What's up, guys? Welcome back to the shop. On this episode we're going to be doing pads on the 2011 Suburban. Hopefully it's just pads and not the rotors. They're sounding like gravel. Alright, let's get to it. Alright guys, so the first thing I look for once I get these torn apart is look at the pad wear. And this was the inner pad towards the bottom, and you can see that it's wearing uneven. And it's wearing out way faster than the outside pad. And that is because this caliper guide pin is completely seized in all the way, so it's not allowing the caliper to move. And so it's just pushing this side rather than having the caliper float and put even pressure on each side of the disc. This one I can't get to move in and out, but it will turn a little bit, so we're gonna have to take those out and get those replaced and lubed up so that they function properly. Alright, so that lower pin was completely seized in there thanks to these Nebraska winters and rust, and just snapped off. So we will see if they got one of these guys in stock. And let's go pull the other side apart and see what kind of issues we run into. Alright, same thing with this side. That bottom pin was stuck and was wearing the pads really uneven. I actually wore down in the metal on this one slightly. And this side was wearing really uneven too, so that whole caliper was racking in there because those pins weren't working the way they were supposed to. Chewed up the back side of the rotor just a little bit, but it's not too terrible, so I'm not going to worry about it. And so we'll get a new mounting bracket assembly. And then also noticed that the sway bar end link was completely missing, so that could be why the thing's been a little wonky going down the road, not having that connected. So this is why it's good to always figure out what you need before you go to the parts store. Alright, let's make a parts store run. So as everything I try to do, I can only find half the parts I need in town, so we're going to have to get these guide pins out of the old mounting bracket. I was able to find a passenger side one in town, but everything else is special ordered. So time to break out the heat and see if we can get those bad boys loosened up. Alright, well, that side just snapped also without even trying, so this, I guess we're gonna have to order a new one, so that means this won't be done until tomorrow after work. But we'll get everything else put back together. next day we got the caliper mounting bracket for the Suburban, and of course, my luck, it's starting to spit and rain, so I'm going to try to haul ass and get this thing put together, just because the wife needs a car and I don't want to get downpoured on, so let's do it. Don't be dumb like me and put the pads in, bolt the pads in on one side. Make sure you look at everything before you start installing it. Pads fit the exact same, they're the exact same size, they're the exact same on the back. The only difference is this doesn't have the radius right here. So in my haste of trying to get everything put together last night as much as possible, I didn't open up two of the pads. Well, the two on the bottom were the inside, so I had to pull the other side off real quick and yank a pad off of it and swap it out. Not a big deal, just makes you feel stupid. Alright guys, pretty easy project, didn't take too long. The only thing I'd recommend is making sure you source your parts and have your parts available to you. It took more time trying to locate the parts. The caliper mounting brackets apparently are kind of hard to find. There was one of them in town for the passenger side, and then the other one had to come from Omaha. So it took a little bit longer to get done than I'd like. The other thing is obviously open up all your stuff and inspect the parts so you can tell if there's a difference between them. Don't just unwrap two brake pads. That's my fault being stupid and in a hurry. Otherwise, super simple project. And also always when doing brakes, inspect those guide pins and make sure they're moving freely, because if you don't, you'll have uneven brake pad wear. And I've even seen it so bad where the entire back half of the rotor is wore down all the way to the fins, and the outside pad is perfect brand new because it never even hardly did any braking because those pins are frozen. So always inspect that stuff. It's always a pain in the ass when you got to buy more stuff, but it is what it is. We'll catch you on the next one, and don't forget to like and subscribe, tell a friend, leave a comment down below, and check out our links in the description. Later.